Dutch orthography uses the Latin alphabet and has evolved to suit the needs of the Dutch language. The spelling system is issued by government decree and is compulsory for all government documentation and educational establishments. Alphabet. The modern Dutch alphabet consists of the 26 letters of the Iso-Basic Latin alphabet and is used for the Dutch language. 5 letters are vowels and 21 letters are consonants. The letter E is the most frequently used letter in the Dutch alphabet, usually representing a schwa sound. The least frequently used letters are Q and X. The NATO phonetic alphabet is also used, and sometimes the two are even mixed. Standard Dutch Pronunciation Guide by P.C. Paardekooper. Q is almost always followed by U because nearly every word with a QU is borrowed from French or Latin. Normally, Y is generally called. However, when it is used in common speech or the need arises to distinguish the letter from IJ, it is most often referred to as Greek's IJ, a French word having a similar meaning, or ypsilon. The digraph IJ behaves like a separate letter for capitalization. In alphabetical order, IJ may not be distinguished from with Y, or it may come between E and IC. In Dutch primary education, the digraph IJ often replaces the Y as the 25th letter of the alphabet. Sound to spelling correspondences. Dutch uses the following letters and letter combinations. Note that for simplicity, dialectal variation and subphonemic distinctions are not always indicated. See Dutch phonology for more information. The following list shows letters and combinations, along with their pronunciations, found in modern native or nativized vocabulary. AB used only in the suffix ish, is, and its form isha, ishe. In words like thans, the Diaeresis. ABC and I, when unstressed, are sometimes pronounced E. IJ is normally I. It is exceptionally I in the word bijzonder and E in the suffix lijk. The following additional letters and pronunciations appear in non-native vocabulary or words using older, obsolete spellings. C before E, I, Y is pronounced per second, and K otherwise. The cedilla is used to indicate pronunciation as per second, when C is followed by A, O or U. CH is pronounced K in Italian loanwords, T in loanwords from other sources. ABG may be pronounced or D before I or Y in words of Romance or English origin. UL is found in words from French or occasionally Spanish. ABJ is pronounced X in Spanish loanwords, as opposed to alveolar in loanwords from other sources. The letter N occurs only in a few Spanish loanwords. Used only in some proper names like Zutphen. Words of Greek origin are written with F but formally with PH. In the rare cases when Q is not followed by U, it is pronounced K. In those cases, Q is most likely a result of transliteration from languages such as Arabic. QU is normally pronounced KV, but as K before E or I in loanwords from French or Spanish. S may be pronounced Z before a vowel in foreign words. AB is used mostly in words of German origin. It is also per second, finally in older Dutch spellings, which are now spelled with just S. AB and T occur as independent phonemes only in foreign words. The sounds are approximated using the native speaking's SJ and TSJ respectively. T followed by a vowel is pronounced C in loanwords of Latin origin. ABTH is T in words of Greek origin. In English loanwords, it is most often approximated with per second, or Z, according to the English pronunciation, or speakers may attempt to pronounce dental fricatives, as in English. X is sometimes pronounced Z, between vowels, usually in southern dialects. Z is TS, in words of German or Italian origin. In Italian words, it may also be DZ, between vowels. A, B, C, D, E, F in diphthongs. I, J, and Y are obsolete spellings for I. They are found mostly in names. ABA is an obsolete spelling for AA. In Latin words, it is treated identical to E. In words of French origin, Oy is pronounced V, or Virginia, in French loanwords. In archaic Dutch spellings, mostly proper nouns, it may also be O. Who is generally U, in English loanwords. Au is generally U, in loanwords from French or Greek. Hui is pronounced Vi, in loanwords from French. In English loanwords, such as cruise, it is U. Y is usually pronounced as I or IE. It is also an obsolete spelling variant of IJ. Loanwords. Loanwords often conserve their original spellings. Cado, gift. The Latin letters C, Q, X and Y are sometimes adapted to K, KW, Ks and I. Greek letters phi and become F and R, not PH or RH, but theta mostly becomes TH. Combinations ion, yon in loanwords from French are written with a single N except when a schwa follows. Vowel length. Vowel length is always indicated but in different ways by using an intricate system of single and double letters. Historical overview. Old Dutch possessed phonemic consonant length in addition to phonemic vowel length, with no correspondence between them. Thus, long vowels could appear in closed syllables, and short vowels could occur in open syllables. In the transition to early Middle Dutch, short vowels were lengthened when they were stood in open syllables. Short vowels could now occur only in closed syllables. Consonants could still be long in pronunciation and acted to close the preceding syllable. Therefore, any short vowel that was followed by a long consonant remained short. The spelling system used by early Middle Dutch scribes accounted for that by indicating the vowel length only when it was necessary. As the length was implicit in open syllables, it was not indicated there, and only a single vowel was written. Long consonants were indicated usually by writing the consonant letter double, which meant that a short vowel was always followed by at least two consonant letters or by just one consonant at the end of a word. Later in Middle Dutch, the distinction between short and long consonants started to disappear. That made it possible for short vowels to appear in open syllables once again, because there was no longer a phonetic distinction between single and double consonants. Dutch writers started to use double consonants to indicate that the preceding vowel was short even when the consonant had not been long in the past. That eventually led to the modern Dutch spelling system. Checked and free vowels. Modern Dutch spelling still retains much of the details of the late Middle Dutch system. The distinction between L is important in Dutch spelling. A checked vowel is one that is followed by a consonant in the same syllable, while a free vowel ends the syllable. This distinction can apply to pronunciation or spelling independently. But a syllable that is checked in pronunciation will always be checked in spelling as well. Checked in neither. La/la.te. Checked in spelling only. Lat/l.te. Checked in both. Lat, lt, latja/lt. A single vowel that is checked in neither is always long, tense. A vowel that is checked in both is always short, lax. The following table shows the pronunciation of the same three-letter sequence in different situations, with hyphens indicating the syllable divisions in the written form, and the IPA period to indicate them in the spoken form. Free I is fairly rare and is mostly confined to loanwords and names. As tense, Y is rare except before R. Free U is likewise rare except before R. The same rule applies to word final vowels, which are always long because they are not followed by any consonant. Short vowels, not followed by any consonant, do not normally exist in Dutch, and there is no normal way to indicate them in the spelling. Double vowels and consonants when a vowel is short, lax, but is free in pronunciation. The spelling is made checked by writing the following consonant doubled, so that the vowel is kept short according to the default rules. That has no effect on pronunciation, as modern Dutch does not have long consonants. Ram-n/r.me, tel-len/t.la, tin-nen/t.ni, cop-n/k.p, luck-ken/l.ki. When a vowel is long, tense but still checked in pronunciation, it is necessarily checked in spelling as well. A change is thus needed to indicate the length, which is done by writing the vowel doubled. Doubled I does not occur. Ram, rarem, raam /rarem da, teal, tail, tilde / tail da, coop, copy, coop cell / copy cell, luke, lyk. The letter E, a single E, indicates short and long E, but is also used to indicate the neutral schwa sound, E, in unstressed syllables. Because the schwa is always short, E is never followed by a double consonant when it represents E. Ap p-len/.p.la, ge komen/e.co.me, come. Kinderren/kn.the.re. A word final long E is written E, as an exception to the normal rules. That means that a word final single E will always represent a schwa. G, j, me, we, ve. Because the position of the stress in a polysyllabic word is not indicated in the spelling, that can lead to ambiguity. Some pairs of words are spelled the same, but E represents either stress, or E, or unstressed E, depending on how the stress is placed. b-len/b.de.la, or /b.de.la, verganda/vr.an.da, or /ver.an.da. Morphological alternations. The length of a vowel generally does not change in the pronunciation of different forms of a word. However, in different forms of a word, a syllable may alternate between checked and free depending on the syllable that follows. The spelling rules nonetheless follow the simplest representation, writing double letters only when necessary. Consequently, some forms of the same word may be written with single letters while others are written with double letters. That commonly occurs between the singular and plural of a noun or between the infinitive and the conjugated forms of verbs. Examples of alternations are shown below. Note that there are no examples with I, because free I does not occur in native words. There are some irregular nouns that change their vowel from short, lax in the singular to long, tense in the plural. Their spelling does not alternate between single and double letters. However, the sound becomes E in the plural in such nouns, not I, that is reflected in the spelling. Dag, dx, dagen, da, e, weg, vx, wegen, ve, ship, sxp, sche pen/sx.p, lot, lt, loten/lo.t. Exceptions. As a rule, the simplest representation is always chosen. A double vowel is never written in an open syllable, and a double consonant is never written at the end of a word or when next to another consonant. A double vowel is rarely followed by a double consonant, as it could be simplified by writing in both single. The past tense of verbs may have a double vowel, followed by a double consonant, to distinguish those forms from the present tense. Harten, both/ha.te, raden, both/ra.de. Compounds should be read as if each word were spelled separately, and they may therefore appear to violate the normal rules. That EV may sometimes cause confusion if the word is not known to be a compound. Dag rbei-dx.r.bi.dare, or more fluently /d.r.bi.dare. A compound of dag plus arbiter, so it is not divided as asterisk dag rbei-dare asterisk /dar.r.bi.dare. If it were not a compound, it would be written asterisk dag rbei-dare to keep the first short. En twintig/e.nen.tvn.hex, a compound of en plus n plus twintug. If it were not a compound, it would be written an asterisk and twin-tig to avoid having a double vowel at the end of a syllable. Me don't / me done's a compound of me plus don. If it were not a compound, it would be written an asterisk me don't to avoid having a double vowel at the end of a syllable. The word me itself has a double vowel because of the exception with final e, as noted above. Final devoicing and the T-Chip rule. Final devoicing is not indicated in Dutch spelling. Words are usually spelled according to the historically original consonant. Therefore, a word may be written with a letter for a voice consonant at the end of a word but still be pronounced with a voiceless consonant. Heb, hp, have but hebben, hb, to have. Paard, parrt, horse but pardon, parde, horses. Leg, lx, lay, but leggen, le, to lay. Weak verbs form their past tense and past participle by addition of a dental, d or t depending on the voicing of the preceding consonant. However, because final consonants are always devoiced, there is no difference in pronunciation between these in the participle. Nonetheless, in accordance with the above rules, the orthography operates as if the consonant were still voiced. It is written in the past participle the same as the other past tense forms in which it is not word final. To help memorize when to write d and when t, Dutch students are taught the rule, T-Chip is met the beladen. If the verb stem in the infinitive ends with one of the consonants of T-Chip, the past tense dental is a t, otherwise, it is a d. However, the rule also applies to loanwords ending in c, q or x, as these are also voiceless. V and Z. The letters V and Z are somewhat special. They are permitted only at the start of a syllable in native words, not at the end. For historic reasons, they are never preceded by a short lax vowel and so never occur doubled. When the sounds V and Z occur at the end of a syllable, they are written F and S respectively. Then, therefore, final devoicing is reflected in the spelling. Bligven, blive, blige, blif, stay. Hausen, hoiser, houses, we, hoes, house. However, F and S are written also at the end of a syllable that is not final. The pronunciation remains voiced even if the speaking shows a voiceless consonant. That is most common in the past tense forms of weak verbs. Leven, levi, liefde, levide, lived, blozen, bloze, bloesde, blozde, blushed. Compare that to verbs in which the final consonant is underlyingly voiceless. Here, the dental assimilation rule calls for the ending te, which gives away the voicelessness of the previous sound even if the speaking of that sound itself does not. Blaffen, blfe, blafter, blfte, barked. Rusen, roiser, ruister, roister, rustled. Some modern loanwords and new coinages do not follow those rules. However, these tend to not follow the other spelling rules as well. Buzzen, buzzpage, buzzed-paged. Diacritics. Dutch uses the acute accent to mark stress and the diaeresis to disambiguate diphthongs, triphthongs. Occasionally, other diacritics are used in loanwords. Accents are not necessarily placed on capital letters unless the whole word is written in capitals. Acute accent of cute accents may be used to emphasize a word in a phrase, on the vowel in the stressed syllable. If the vowel is written as a digraph, an acute accent is put on both parts of the digraph. Although that rule includes ij, the acute accent on the j is frequently omitted, as putting an acute accent on aj is problematic in most word processing software. If the vowel is written as more than two letters, the accent is put on the first two vowel letters. Stress on a short vowel, written with only one letter, is occasionally marked with a grave accent. Can jij dat? well. However, it is technically incorrect to do so. Additionally, the acute accent may also be used to mark different meanings of various words, including een, acute, acute n, one, vor, vorkommen, and vestrekend, vestrekend, as shown in the examples below. Examples: diaeresis. A diaeresis is used when a combination of vowel letters may be either mistaken for a digraph or interpreted in more than one way. Egoistisch, sympathy, real, zine. On a line break that separates the vowels but keeps parts of a digraph together, the diaeresis becomes redundant and so is not written. Egoistisch, sympathy, n, re, eel, z, n. Diacritics in loan words and accented e is used in words such as blaren, apple, apres ski, barriere, beta, kezia and carriere. Besides being used to mark stress, acute accents are also used in many loan words such as log a, coupe, ok, acute and café. Similarly, a circumflex accent is also used in some French loan words, including debacle, enquêteur, and gênant. The word pâté has both a circumflex and an acute accent. Apostrophe. As in English, an apostrophe is used to mark omission of a part of word or several words. The letter immediately following a word initial apostrophe is not capitalized even at the beginning of the sentence. S. Avens is Zij Nuit Thursus, Bibliography. Vincent van Heuven, spelling en lezen. Hotragisch Zij en de werkwoords voor men, Arsen. Van Gorkum, 1978. Rob Naborn, De Spellingsegenbeek, Doctora Scripture, Vrije Universiteit, Amsterdam, 1985. Marika van der Wal, Geschiedenis van het Nederlands, Utrecht. Het Spectrum, 1994. Nicolien van der Sijs, Taal als Mensenwerk. Het ontstaan van het ABN, Den Haag. SDU Uitgevers, 2004.